Can you hear me now? I'll say it again. Welcome to our setup. Coffee with Malcolm. We got some stuff going on here in the background. Sorry for the muted part. But here we are. We're live. Thank you, Istanbul. Always looking out for me. Got my coffee here with the Coffee with Malcolm coffee mug. We'll do a coffee mug giveaway today to kind of celebrate today and the new setup. Yeah. Thanks, Istanbul. You're too kind. You're too kind. Let's see here. But anywho, I just wanted to chat with you guys like we always do on a Coffee with Malcolm episode. It's cold outside, as usual, and but you know, I'm inside now, so I don't have to worry about sitting in the car or outside the building and shivering in the cold. So I got some more stuff coming in. I'm gonna have some echo, those foam boards you put on the walls to reduce the echo. I've got some of those coming in. They're only like $15 for a dozen of them. They're dirt cheap. So I'm gonna have a few of those around here to kind of consolidate all that echo you may hear going on. And then some other lighting and things like that. I'm going to fix it up. I'm building it up. And we're doing good as the channel is concerned. We're up to 2563 on the subscriber count. And our watch time hours, let me get the right button here. 2522. So we got to hit that 3,000 mark. You guys are part of it. I really appreciate it. All the likes and subscribes and hanging in there with me and making this thing happen. So you guys are great. But yeah, I did this last night. It didn't really even take that long to put up. It really wasn't. Just kind of framed it up. I have my chair exactly where I needed it, I thought. It looks pretty good. Yeah. Maybe if the stuff was a little bit higher, I could come in a little bit closer. I don't know. I think it looks good though. And this guy right here I can change up. So I'm going to start putting something different on there every day. So that'll be kind of like a thing to look for in the Coffee with Malcolm chat going on. So yeah. So did you guys have a good weekend? It was pretty good for me. No complaints. Yesterday's stream was really nice. I was trying to look at some good news on the Good News app to talk about today. Didn't really have much going on. I mean, there are some stories, but it wasn't like any kind of wow story type thing, you know. I mean, they found another tomb in Egypt that's 4,100 years. Oh, Lord, it sounds better? Okay. All right. Another tomb they found in Egypt. I don't know how many they're going to find. They just keep uncovering these things. They've uncovered them for a couple hundred years, right? And taking pictures and looting all the stuff inside them, I'm sure. But this has got a lot of artwork on the wall, so they really can't loot that and take it to a museum. But anyway. So, yeah, I don't know it'd be kind of creepy going into something like that. Don't you think? Something that hasn't been touched in thousands of years. And I wonder what the smell is like. The stagnant air that's set inside one of these tombs that's been closed off for thousands of years. I wonder if it smells funky or is just kind of normal, you know? It doesn't show any, like, mummies or anything like that inside there. It was just the fact that it hadn't been seen what they think in a couple thousand years, if not longer. So, that's kind of cool. Let's see here. People are starting to talk about gardening for spring. I don't know. I'm thinking about doing some adding to the gardens a little bit, maybe doing a little something different this spring. I'm planning on doing a camping trip this spring too, and I'll take you guys along with me. So I'm not sure exactly what week, probably in March when it's not super cold, and do a little camping trip and let you guys tag along. You know, set up a tent or sleep in the back of the Subaru. Because when I bought the Subaru, that was one of the things I checked for. The guy that sold me the car thought I was crazy. But I let down the back seats and I crawled in. I laid down and I said, "Shut the door. Let's see if this works." And he did. And I had plenty of room to stretch out completely. I'm 5'11". So the back of the Subaru's perfect. I could put a little mattress in there. I won't have to set up a tent, and I can just snooze in the back of the Subaru instead of setting up a tent and having the wind blow the flaps around all the time and all that craziness. But I can still build a campfire and other little stuff around the campsite, maybe do some hiking. Last year, or almost a year and a half ago, I picked 3 camping sites over the course of a week. And, that kept the, because once you hike the trails on some of these parks, you just you hike them and then you're kind of like, okay, I'm done. You can knock it out in one day. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. I don't know if I'll go to the same ones I did a year and a half ago. There's a lot of state parks here in Georgia, state and federal parks, lots of them. Some of them are in the mountains. Nothing like, they're not huge mountains, they're small mountains, if you want to call them mountains at all. But, yeah, check those out and maybe, like I said, keep the stream going for that. And the last time I was there, the cell phone signal was great. So it's kind of odd. You go to these places to get away, and yet the cell phone signal was perfect. I wasn't on my phone much at all, really, while I was camping. The whole idea was to get away from everything, right? And so I did. But like I said, I froze the first time, and I don't want to freeze again. And I'll be better prepared as far as gear is concerned. Going camping, hopefully, like I said, in March. I mean, I can do it anytime I want, really. I just got to schedule my vacation week and then make it happen. So, you don't know the new setup, so you can't vote. Well, Johnny, this setup is new compared to not having a setup at all. So, I was sitting in my car when it's cold and raining doing these Coffee with Malcolms in the morning. But now I have a little studio. So this is pretty cool, I think. We're going to upgrade it a little bit more. So yeah, versus being in a car or sitting on a park bench in the cold. But if it gets nice outside, I'll do some episodes outside away from the studio if it's a nice sunny morning. But if it's inclement weather, I'll be in here. Burn up light. I don't even have the gas. I don't have the car running when I sit in the car doing the cast. So, my drive, the car is nice and warm by the time it's time for the podcast. So I just sit in there and I'm comfy because the car is still warm and I can shut it off. So yeah, I'm not burning gas the whole time. Like I said, it's toasty already. I have to go inside, get me a cup of coffee and come back out. But, now I'll be able to do this. We'll start them at 7 o'clock in the morning, like I said. Probably run to about 7:45. Then I have to go to work. I'm not far from work now. So that's cool. That'll take care of that. And we can let the adventure continue. So I do have some coffee mugs. Here's a new coffee mug. And on the back has a QR code for the YouTube channel. But like I said before, I made it too big because of the curvature of the mug. Your phone won't scan it. So if I do them again, it'll be a smaller QR code. It's got my smiling face in the middle. But where are you, Johnny Bravo? I can't remember. I know you've told me where you're from. But I want to give one of these away today. So if you're watching today and you would like to have the chance to win one of these coffee mugs shipped to you, just go to CoffeeWithMalcolm@gmail.com, and whoever emails me, I'll pick from that list randomly, and you can have a coffee mug sent to you. How about that? And eventually I'll get a merch store if I get that big. I don't know if I ever will or not. But if we grow big enough to justify a merchandise store, then maybe I'll have more mugs, maybe some t-shirts. I don't know. We'll just see how it plays out. Right now, we're just doing a couple of mugs every once in a while. They're really nice mugs. They're only 11 ounces, so they're a little bit smaller than what I'm used to. I like my 16-ounce Mega Gulp liquid energy mug. It's one of my favorites. It's got the big handle and everything. I'm just sporting the Coffee with Malcolm mug right now. But anyway, I didn't have a chance to really pay attention to the news and current events yesterday. I was busy setting this up and some other things going on, and so yeah. Oh gosh, they got some weird stories about science on this app. Some guy proposed on an airplane. He reenacts a scene from The Wedding Singer and proposes to his girlfriend on the airplane. Volume is lower. Nina mic clipped. What's going on, Wesley? What's going on? We're just kind of hanging out. I hope you like the new setup, guys. But yeah, and then of course in the news is the fires in California. Those are still raging and wreaking havoc on everybody. Yeah. Hopefully they'll get those under control. I think they will eventually. They're showing the airplanes. They take these giant airplanes and they fly right down to the Pacific Ocean, because they're right on the ocean anyway, LA, and they scoop water off the ocean by gliding across the surface of the ocean, and then come up with the airplane, take it to the fire, and dump it, which is kind of cool, you know? It's not a jet plane, it's a prop plane, but it's huge. And that's got to take some skill to be able to come down like that and just skim the surface of the ocean to fill the plane up with water on purpose, and then take it over and dump it in on the fire. There's C-130 Galaxies? Huh, that's pretty cool. I've been in a C-130 a couple of times. Very noisy. Very noisy indeed. But they got you to your destination. So yeah. I've been in Chinook helicopters too. The helicopters with the two propellers. Yeah, those things are wild. I've been in Black Hawk helicopters. Those are cool. Those guys flying the Black Hawks, they're just going this way and this, doing all this crazy stuff while they're flying. It was wild. It was like a roller coaster ride in a Black Hawk helicopter. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. I got to fly in those a couple of times. But yeah, mostly I was on the ground. Thank you. You're welcome, Johnny Bravo. No worries, man. I guess I have a life of government work. So yeah, it's worked out for me. So it's done well. I can't complain. I wished I had joined the post office sooner. I would have more of a retirement. But I do remember asking this one guy that I knew at the time in my 20s. He worked at the post office, and I was looking for a better job. And I asked him about it. He's like, "No, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a horrible job." And I'm like, "All right, I knew the guy. Kind of took his word for it." But he delivered mail on the street, and that's why he thought it wasn't a great job. Man, if I'd started in the late 90s, I would have so many years in the post office now. I'd have 25, 28 years in the post office or something like that. But I've done good for myself, 12 years in. I've managed to do well. And I like where I'm at right now. I don't want to go anywhere else. So yeah, my little office is, it's a busy little office, but it's quiet at the same time. We're right outside a city. We're in a little town right outside a city. So we get the local type vibe. And then you'll get people who don't want to deal with the post offices in the city because they're crowded and it's long waits. And they'll drive another 5-10 minutes to our office and do what they got to do, which helps our revenue in the little office, which we, have to have. It works out pretty good. So yeah, really neat stuff. But I made a list of my WTF news videos, a whole playlist. It's just one playlist. You can watch all the WTF news videos in sequence if you like. Instead, I have to surf through all my videos and find them. So Mary from another YouTube channel suggested that. Asked me why I hadn't done it. I was like, I don't know why I hadn't done it. That's a great idea, So I did the WTF News playlist. So you guys can check that out and just kind of watch all those. I like the one I did for snow. That was pretty good. I just kind of, it was a big topic. in the area, and that's why I did the WTF news report on snow. So I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, I can't really do one on California fires, so I don't want to. That's kind of like I didn't want to really do one about hurricanes in North Carolina. Those are devastating type events. I really don't want to do that. You just saw the 2 seasons of Squid Game. I had never seen the first season of Squid Games. It's on Netflix. I knew it was a big hype. Everybody was talking about it. The Squid Games, it was like a huge hit as far as TV's concerned. I haven't seen it. I may have to take the time to watch that. So yeah, Squid Games. That may be something I need to do. It's pretty good. Yeah, I've heard people are bragging about it, talking about it. What are you talking about, Squid Games? This makes no sense. I was too busy at the time when Squid Games came out. I had too much going on. So my focus for 2025 is to really enjoy life. Try to find fun things to do and enjoyable things to do. I want to reduce my stress. That's my goal for 2025. Building this channel up is another goal of mine that I want to do. So yeah, those 2 things in common. I have to realize in my life that I need to take the time to find things that make me happy. And it doesn't always have to be about work, go all the time. It can be sit back and relax for a little bit, or do that project or something later on. And don't get so fussy if it's not exactly right or something like that, But but yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm focusing on me for 2025. It may seem, it's just the way it is. That's what I want to do. So I'm doing it. Yeah. I feel like I've been doing stuff for other people most of my life. Supporting their passions and goals and things like that. And I've had people help me with my goals and passions too. But I'm honing in this year. So yeah. Finding things that make a 14-year-old happy. Good luck with that. Is it a boy or a girl? The 14-year-old. Hey, Ramesh. What's going on, Ramesh? Ramesh never got his coffee mug in India to this day. I don't know what happened. But that's Ramesh. He's from India. 14-year-old boy. Of course, they're playing video games, I'm sure, right? Thanks, Ramesh. Gosh, what can you do for a 14-year-old? You just got to drag them out of the house, man. Take them fishing or something like that. And say, look, we're just going to have a little bit of time. Well, I'm glad that works for you, 2112. If that makes you feel better, then we've done a good job. A 14-year-old boy. When I was 14, I was riding bikes and playing games, but I didn't have video. I didn't have internet either. So yeah. The go-kart broke down yesterday. That could be a project. If you're handy with tools and stuff, get together and work on the go-kart. And you can incorporate the internet with it. If he's like stuck on his phone all the time, look up videos on how to fix stuff. I do it all the time. I look at videos on how to fix stuff all the time. Or how to get things done, like my old truck, how to do something on that. Or, yeah. So, that could be something you can do. And it incorporates the internet, so he feels like he's got his little crack cocaine phone with him. I'm sure he has one. Yeah. It's sad. But yeah, working on the go-kart together. You can go to the auto parts store together, pick out some stuff, maybe go online and order some parts, and make it a project. I don't know how new or old the go-kart is. You could paint it. You could put some racing stripes on it. I don't know. Put new tires on it. Things like that. Maybe get some LED lights on the front, like headlights or something like that. LED lights, they're, if you get the 5-volt USB LED lights, you could just put a little battery bank for like charging your phone, and that could sit in there, plug the USB strip of LED lights and string it around the go-kart, and it could be flashing lights or strobing lights or changing different colors and stuff while he's riding down the road. That'd be cool. He just wants to put lights on it. Yeah. But yeah, LED lights, you can get those on Amazon for like $15 or something. And then I'm sure, I know I have 2 or 3 little power banks. I got one right here that I just charged last night. So yeah, you just got this little guy. There's nothing to it as far as size is concerned. And it's got your USB ports. Boom, you're in business. And that you could duct tape this to the go-kart somewhere, or put some Velcro on it so you can peel it off, take it inside, charge it, slap it back on there again, and you can have those LED lights. And a lot of them come with those little color remotes, so you can change the colors and what they do and things like that. That'd be a cool setup, you know. Big hello from Ireland, Bushka. What's going on, man? He follows one of the other YouTubers that I'm friends with. He follows the Stardashians, Eric, who does gig work. So he likes watching live streams and stuff like that. So thanks for joining us, Bushka. I appreciate that. Now I want a go-kart. Thinking about that, I thought about getting a go-kart out of spite for my neighbors, because you had these kids that would ride around on golf carts and they think they're so cool on a battery-powered golf cart, just silently riding along at 5 miles an hour. And then you come around with this gas-powered go-kart and just blow them out of the water. I think that would be fun. That'd be fun. Get a go-kart, live stream that. There's this old guy on YouTube. I just thought of it. He puts propane-powered jet engines on go-karts, and he lives out where those like big salt flat deserts are, where you just have miles and miles of flat terrain, and he just boom, he's got this selfie stick, and the camera watching him. He's got this big white beard that's flowing back like this, and he's like, yeah, and he's just going down the desert. It's hilarious. I can't think of the guy's name. I've seen him on YouTube quite a few times. I think I followed him, actually. Subscribed to his channel. But it shows his little setup, how he puts it together, and how he builds these go-karts. It just has this huge tube or a jet engine on the back, and it'll get glowing red hot as he's flying down the desert, doing big laps and stuff, and just giving it hell. And it only rides for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes before it runs the propane tank out. But he's like getting it. And the way his beard falls back on him, you'd think he's going 100 miles an hour. But he's a kid at heart, man. He's just having fun. I think he's a retired engineer. I have to look him up. Just look up old man on golf cart, or go-kart. Old man on go-kart. You probably could find him. Let me see that. I don't know why that popped in my head, but it's a really cool guy doing that kind of stuff. Come on, phone. Let's see here. Old guy, go-kart. Nope, that's not him. Here he is, right here. His name's Crazy Rocket Man. If you guys want to watch, I can figure this system out where I can pop a video on the screen without having to hold the phone up, and you guys watch it. But this guy is just too cool. Stripes make it go faster, and you got people who have remember the Dodge Neon, and they put racing stripes on those things. Check him out. Is that not cool or what? He's got his helmet on. He's got this huge Santa Claus beard. And he takes off, man. It's so cool. This is only like 1 minute long. Look how red hot that engine gets. His beard's already going back. Isn't that awesome or what? Look how red that engine gets. I mean, he is just flying. And he's got a selfie stick. He's filming himself. He does this all the time. And That dude is just living the dream. Look at that, man. He's just having a blast. And he's trying to scream, but it's too loud. You can't even hear him scream. Imagine driving one of those around your neighborhood. Terrorizing your neighbors with that thing. That is insane. Look how he's got like heat shields behind him. He's thought of everything. He's definitely had to be an engineer in his life. I really haven't looked him up as far as what his background was. And then he's done. Isn't that not cool or what? Woo! Woo!
Yeah. That was about half throttle.
That was only half throttle.
There's a bunch of smoke and stuff going on here. That's nothing. All that is my spark plug wire. Just burns. Every time I fire the thing up, I replace the little wire. It's no big deal. Man, I tell you what, this thing is so much fun. It's really hard to drive with one hand, though. If I had both hands, I would have cranked the thing up because I was still out of the throttle by a long ways.
I just think that is so cool.
Out through the lake bed.
He's on the lake bed. Wherever those big dried up lake beds are out west, that's where he's filming them. I mean, he's got the tiny little wheels on there, but he just, he said that was half throttle. And of course he tests them. He tests them, and with both hands on the wheel. He said on the video he can only go half throttle. It's hard to control it with one hand because he's doing the selfie stick thing. He needs one of those 360 GoPro cameras on his helmet. And then, you'd be able to just see everything around him while he's flying down the thing. But, yeah, super cool guy to watch. I could watch him over and over again. Hey, Maximus. Or, where's Maximus? I don't see Maximus. There he is. It's just fun stuff to watch like that. I couldn't even imagine trying to come up with something like that. Jeez. No, I've never even been to London. If you're talking to me, Tech Ed, never been there. Stayed here in the United States. I only traveled if the Army took me there. I've never been anywhere with a passport on my own. I don't know. I figure there's plenty to see here in the States. I think I would probably get bored if I went to another country. I'd be like looking for a place to eat and hang out. Maybe look at a couple of historic sites or something like that. But okay, done. I don't know how people spend 2 weeks in a foreign city and stay entertained the whole time. I don't know. I guess just to get away and relax and sit and relax and look at some old buildings or, something like that. But after like 2 weeks, you probably already established a routine, and I don't know. I would find myself probably getting bored. Another Malcolm Gillis is vice chancellor. Wow, how about that? What a coinky dink. I never knew. Vatican explores secrets. I don't know. I was Catholic for 43 years, so I think I've had enough of that. Yeah, it's a lot of wealth and stuff sitting in one tiny little city. It's its own country, actually, Vatican. I don't know if it's like technically called a country. I don't know. I can't remember if they classify the Vatican as an actual country or not. We can look that up. Let's see here. Is the Vatican a country? See, it autofilled for this real quick. Yes, Vatican City is a country. It's the world's smallest country at only 100 acres. It's 1/8 the size of New York Central Park. That is small. That is tiny. Landlocked city-state. That's wild. And it got its independence in 1929. Fun facts about the Vatican. Vatican City is governed as an absolute monarchy by the Pope. Yeah, the whole election of the Pope and stuff is kind of weird, the process they do that. There was a comedian talking about the other Pope, Pope Benedict, how he retired. You know, how you gonna quit? You're gonna be the chosen one and decide to take a break. That's funny. It is very strange. And even as a Catholic, I was like, can he do that? I was like, I thought the Pope's supposed to be this one guy, and now there's kind of one and a half. I don't know. I don't know. It just seems bizarre to me. I didn't understand it then. I understand it even less now. But I haven't really tried to explore and find out. Google what's underneath the Vatican. Yeah, there's normally some crazy stuff. I've heard some wild stuff. What is underneath the Vatican? Boop. Boy, Google knows what I want to talk about real quick. You got the Vatican necropolis. It's a burial ground underneath a bunch of dead bodies. You got the secret archives, the tomb of St. Peter. I'm sure there's a site that like gives you all the conspiracy theories about what's underneath there. There's an article in Life magazine. I don't know what year that came out. And there's a bunch of pictures, a bunch of tombs, stone tombs, and things like that. Some people say, somebody was talking about like there's a Pandora's box or something that they let Satan out every 25 years or some garbage. So if he only comes out once every 25 years, so he's responsible for all the bad stuff that goes on all the time. That was the first thing that popped in my head. It was like, well, if it's Satan, you know, is so evil making bad things happen, but he's been put in a tomb for 25 years. What accounts for all the bad stuff in the meantime? Just asking. Yeah. I have no desire to go to the Vatican. No desire. It's kind of like, you know, kind of like churches and stuff, these mega churches that has a couple thousand people every Sunday, and they have like valet parking and shuttle buses in the parking lot, and these huge churches with all, and then the pastors riding around in a Rolls Royce. But there's no food bank, there's no charity for homeless, no clothes or no jacket and boot drives. How do they put him back in the box? He'd come to run the new Squid Games. I gotta watch Squid Games. I gotta watch it. It's on Netflix. I saw it on there. I was tempted to watch it last week, but I didn't. But I should check it out. Being so popular, I got to keep up on the times, right? I got to stay with the stuff that's going on in the world. But yeah, give me a buck and I'll find good luck. Hey Wesley, did you get together with your Kiss My Glass video? Did you get permission to do that? He's got they give Satan his favorite treats. What could be Satan's favorite treats? What is Satan's favorite food or drink? Somebody put it there. Satan's favorite food is Doritos. Just plain nacho cheese Doritos. Some people will just make the stupidest things on here. It was on Quora where people ask the public questions and you get all these stupid answers. Just plain nacho cheese Doritos, and he loves to eat them in the bed and then not clean it up. He said, and then this person's answer, which I think is kind of funny, is like his favorite drink doesn't matter, but he does only drink half of it and leave the other half on the counter. Oh, Doritos, and it doesn't clean up after himself. I used to do. There was a Yahoo still does, I'm sure, has this question and answer forum. You can ask the public questions, and you get people to kind of. Some people give you actual answers related to your question, or you get these crazy ones about Doritos and half drinking sodas on the countertop. But I used to go through those, and I admit I was a troll. I trolled some people in those questions. Just gave the most ridiculous answer I could think of. Like one guy wanted to know how to make his truck sound louder, but he didn't have the money to put in the exhaust that makes the loud exhaust. So I got on there and I said, well, you just get a 1/4-inch drill bit and your cordless drill and proceed to drill holes down your muffler pipe every 4.5 inches. I don't know if the guy ever did it or not. That's kind of jacked up if he did. But it's like some of the questions people ask are just stupid. I'm sure people are still asking stupid questions on Yahoo Answers. But yeah, I was a troll. Did that for about a month. I got bored with it. I don't know why I did it. Like I said, I was just bored and like messing with people. A rat made it home. There's an anime about Jesus and Buddha being roommates. Oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's all kind of... And now you got AI making videos of everything now. Videos and pictures of all this stuff. There was a story about... there's a store here in Southeast called Big Lots. And they sell discounted stuff for your home or whatever, right? And sometimes you can go in there and they have these printed pictures in frames. Stuff you can hang on your wall. Maybe it could be a beach scene or some mountains or some animals, like farm animals, if you're into that type of thing, right? So they kind of got busted having AI come up with new images that they could print out, put in frames, instead of, I guess, paying photographers for their actual pictures. So what they did is they would have like a cat with a suit on or some other stuff like that. And AI is not perfect by any means right now, especially when it comes to making pictures and stuff. It's not that great. So like the animals they would have these pictures made would have like an extra leg, or their one ear would be high and one ear would be low. It's like all these deformed animals on pictures, and they still printed them out, put them in frames in the store. You go up there and be like, why is his mouth sideways? And if you look, some of them were pretty cool looking, but some of them were just ridiculous. I don't know, I saw a YouTube video of it. Somebody was going around saying, look at that, pointing them all out. It was kind of wild. So, but you're spending like $10 on a framed picture. I need more coffee. On a framed picture to hang in your house. Some cheesy photo or something like that, right? So you really can't complain. And it could be a conversation piece. Get you one of those AI printed photos and hang it in your house, and when you have guests over or friends over, see if they notice it. You get like kind of like an Easter egg thing in your home. People come to visit, and you have to find the crazy thing in the picture that's wrong. You need a trap the size of a flip flop. What kind of mouse is that? That's a giant rat. That's a New York rat you got going on, man. I'll be on for another 4 minutes. I'm gonna go from 7 to 7:45. Then I gotta go to work. So I got a little drive. A lot shorter than before, but we'll get into that later. Let's see here. Okay, that's my coworker texting me that she may be running a little bit late this morning. So yeah, we got another 4 minutes or so. We've rambled about some crazy stuff and watched the video. All right, so that I got people on here, I'm going to give a coffee mug away. If you want one of these mugs and be put in for the drawing, totally free to be given to you. Send me an email to CoffeeWithMalcolm@gmail.com. The email is in the description of the video. Send me an email. You'll be put as eligible person to get a coffee mug sent to you as celebrating the new setup. So yeah, free coffee mug if you give me an email. Let's look at our poll. How do you like the new setup? 90% said cool, 10% said meh, and nobody knows what the CWM is. Coffee with Malcolm coffee mug. So, but that's cool. I may get some more merchandise later on as the channel grows. If this gets really popular, then yeah, I'll probably get some more stuff. But like I said earlier, just a coffee mug right now. Johnny Bravo's got Monday and Tuesday off. Well, that's kind of cool. Hope you enjoy your 2 days off, man. Have yourself a good time. Hopefully it's sunny and pleasant wherever you are. Sunny and pleasant. That's what we want for you. Sunny and pleasant. I think it's going to be, it's cloudy here today. I'm looking out the window. It's cloudy and cold. Mary Giggs, yeah, she's a pretty cool YouTuber as well. She does like this live stream while she's driving around and doing gig work. And so yeah, there's a few people I've met online that do that kind of stuff. Super friendly people that hang out. Chicago, 19 degrees. Hey Johnny, can you verify the fact that Chicago's government buildings are running off sustainable energy? That was in the news. They said that all the government buildings, including the airports, are running off renewable energies. They could be traced back to things like solar panels. I didn't know it was that sunny in Chicago. That you could sustain a building or an airport with solar panels and stuff. That's what the story was. Yep. Was it energy neutral or something like that? No carbon emission type power sources for Chicago government facilities. I don't know. You're on the ground, dude. You got to tell us. Dashing Womble, a.k.a. Ray. That's another good streamer. It's the Wild West. I don't know. I was in Chicago one time for about 2 hours. Long enough to go to Willis Tower, go up to the observation deck, and then go into that little bubble that sticks out of the building and trick my mind that I wasn't going to actually fall to my death. So, yeah. Well, it's about time for me to sign off here, guys. Thanks for joining me and watching and hanging out. Light conversation and talking about some random stuff. If you get LED lights on your son's go-kart, you should send me a picture of it. I can throw it up on the screen. I'm getting this whole setup figured out where I can start flashing things on the stream, like videos or things we look up on the internet, talk together about. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, share videos. The WTF News playlist is now available on the channel as well, so you can just watch all the WTF Newses at once if you want instead. But everybody have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll do this again tomorrow at 7 a.m. Signing off. Have a great day, guys.